Hi, Original Soul. Welcome in. Thanks for showing up and sharing your energy with this, interesting reading. There's some interesting energy out here so far, so we'll add tarot to it to clarify a little bit more. Good news is the overarching energy is celebration and merriment. All right, so a positive. Seems like there is some kind of grounding energy as well, feeling a little more settled. But then on the back end of all of that, we've got drama queen, dirty laundry, plot twist, and fighting and drowning. So we'll get into it a little bit more here, see what is going on. I hope you're doing super well. All right, so let's see here. We'll start with celebration and merriment. This card says the horn, number 19. And for some of you, you may be into music, so possibly a musician. Maybe you play the guitar, the banjo, ukulele. I don't know why piccolo came to mind. Is that something? Piccolo? All right, but let's get a few out here with celebration and merriment. And the new moon in Gemini reading that I did have this celebratory energy, so something positive is either on its way or here for you. Ooh, 3 flew out right away. Let's see here. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and Ace of Swords. All right, so let me hold these up here. Ace of Pentacles, so there could be some sort of new opportunity, new offer coming in. With all that sort of drama and fighting energy I read at the bottom of that deck was falling in love. All right, so for some of you, maybe there is new love on the horizon or some sort of budding partnership, blossoming romance or feelings. But Ace of Pentacles, right? So maybe for some of you, you did get proposed to. Or again, this could be a work opportunity, some sort of new energy path, something exciting. All right, so there's something new that you are celebrating. And with 10 of Cups, I mean, this is emotional fulfillment, happiness, right? They're all at, right, this picnic, just having a beautiful, wonderful day, abundance, joy, contentment, right? So whatever this offer and opportunity is bringing about that emotional fulfillment. That's definitely worth celebrating. And then with the Ace of Swords, that could be about, truth coming out, or you find out someone's true feelings, potentially doing something where you take the lead, or maybe you're the one making this offer and the response you get is positive and again is bringing about that celebration. This card also in the book talked about something I wasn't totally expecting, because it does say the horn, and so it was also talking about the origins of the word horny. So for some of you, there could be, again, pleasure with that 10 of Cups. Like I said, maybe a little bit of romance. So I don't know if that applies to you. All right, let's move on here. So the drowning card out of the dream deck did come out. So I don't know if you've ever had any dreams about either drowning or being underwater or even breathing underwater. That's heavy water energy, so that is about emotions and feelings. So you could have been in the very recent past here in a situation where you did feel like you were underwater and you were really kind of battling to stay afloat, just having a lot of things that come at your plate, whether it's a lot of responsibilities or because there is a lot of this drama energy out. Maybe it was, gossip or, something like that, where it was more other people kind of bringing on this sadness, depression, even some confusion. If you do have a dream where you can breathe underwater, that could be a sign that you are navigating your challenges. So I don't know if you've had any dreams of any of that recently here, but let's get a couple out with this, with drowning, see what's up, what's been going on. All right, with King of Wands, this could have to do with another person. For some of you, there could have even been some cheating going on. Let's get one more with this. But definitely some fire energy. So like I said, there could have been some strong personalities around you. The Strength card came out as I was saying that. And maybe some people have been talking shit or making things difficult for you, or, you know, that could be your perception of the situation. Yeah, on this Strength card, there's a tornado in the background. But if you look at her wand, it almost looks like she's the one stirring that up. But definitely a situation where you've had to hold strong, be strong, possibly even defend yourself. We get a little bit while we're on the topic of this feisty sort of energy with Drama Queen, Two of Swords, and Ace of Cups. All right, so do you have this Drama Queen energy in your field? I'm sure we've all known somebody like that. Sometimes it's somebody who likes to stir up drama, start fights, things like that. Sometimes, too, it can be somebody who's kind of the martyr of most situations, or, you know, just someone who's constantly talking about how, like, nothing's going right, everything's negative. You know, almost like everything bad is directed or happening to them. All right, with Two of Swords and this blindfold energy. Right, I feel like you know who this person is, and this could be somebody who is throwing daggers, right? So they're willing to just sort of throw out whatever and see what sticks, is kind of what I'm getting, whether it's true or not. With that blindfold, they're not really knowing the truth or looking totally at the full picture or seeing the situation for what it is. But again, they're just kind of ready to throw out that negativity, throw out the drama. And it could have to do with Ace of Cups here, some sort of wounding of the heart space. Or again, maybe, you know, you're the one who is in a situation where you do have new love or something exciting and a new opportunity coming towards you. And that could make this person jealous, make them upset. All right, let's see with Dirty Laundry. Yeah, Five of Wands. This is a fighting, argumentative, bickering energy. I mean, you can see all of these witches on here are arguing, and they don't even realize, like, they are starting this room on fire. So I know I mentioned you could have been under fire or had a lot of fire energy coming at you, just a lot of heat, right? A boiling or bubbling up situation. So that could be pointing fingers, right? Or bringing up things that maybe you told somebody in confidence. And again, with those daggers, that's just getting thrown out there, used against you. You know, maybe trying to make you look bad. Yeah, definitely, you know, there's a defensive sort of energy, and it's really immature as well. Like someone who's just shooting off their mouth. Or again, this could be because they have some sort of wound or jealousy, and they don't really know how to handle that appropriately. And so you could be the one that's been a target of that sort of energy. Yeah, with the High Priestess, again, this could be somebody that you trusted, and they're doing this behind your back or in secret. talking bad about you. And you really need to tap into your intuition to, right, maybe know when you should say things, when you shouldn't, who you can say things to, who you can't. Yeah, as I was just talking about, like, what you can say and who you can say it to with that Knight of Swords. So yeah, some sort of information with this plot twist is coming to light. And this could have to do with, because fighting was out here as well, with whoever this drama queen is, right? Especially if they are like either sharing things that you said in confidence or just like telling people whatever they can to maybe make you look bad or have, I don't want to say like turn people against you, but something like that. You know, this is going to backfire on them. They're not really thinking through what they're saying, right? With all these birds just kind of charging forward, like I said, shooting their mouth off. But again, people are going to see the truth, especially your true friends. And again, you know the truth. All right, so let's move on from that energy. That seems like something that you've been dealing with, you know, in the past. Again, the overarching energy is the celebration energy. So like I said, with that plot twist, it just seems like this isn't really going to stick, or it will highlight like who your real friends are. All right. We've also got out here this number 5 out of the Lenormand deck. So with the tree on this card, earth energy is going to be really important for you, as is air energy, but definitely doing things that can get you grounded. So if you're able to get outside, go for a walk, right? Maybe you can just stand by a tree in the grass. Maybe look outside if you can see a tree. Even that can calm your energy and settle your energy. I forget what percent, right? But even something that simple, maybe even thinking about a tree, because thinking about things to your brain is the same as doing them. But definitely getting more rooted. All right, so that's a really nice energy after this feeling of, right, being underwater, maybe not feeling like you can handle things, or just emotionally sort of being all over the place. Because again, it does seem like there's been some sort of kind of shit show or a shit storm going on. So again, getting grounded, rooting yourself. For some of you, you could even be just focusing more on your family, getting back to your roots. But again, like a tree is really rooted in the earth, super sturdy and solid, no matter what's happening. Where I'm at, it's just really crazy windy all of a sudden. So again, right, things can blow around, but the tree stands still. So that's tying into that strength card as well. Like knowing who you are, right, and maybe not letting all that noise really get you down and get to you, even though that can be really hurtful. All right, so let's see with this tree card. Yeah, temperance, number 14. So finding balance, like we were just talking about. She happens to be in tree pose. So maybe you are into yoga or do something like that where you can move your body and get into your body. That can really help at times where you're either stuck in your head or your emotions have been all over the place, right? Just like literally getting back into your body, whether that's walking, yoga, maybe you do tapping. You could even, right, just hug yourself, like feel your solidity, your solid nature, like your feet on the ground, and just really focus on that sensation. So it can be something as simple as just spending a minute doing that. I do notice though she does have like this kind of one eye open. I don't know, I just had that phrase like sleeping with one eye open. But if you're able to close both of your eyes and really get tuned in and checked in more with yourself, especially if you've had a lot of this noise and drama going on, because that's how you move out of that and get more into this celebration and merriment sort of energy, regardless of what's going on around you. All right, and then we've got 2 crystal cards came out, Jasper and Shungite. All right, and with Jasper, the tagline on this one is strengthen your foundation. So like we were just talking about with the tree and rooting, especially if you've had upheaval going on in your life. So do whatever activities do make your foundation feel stronger. And for some of you, I mean, maybe that's sitting down and taking care of a few things, right? Paying your bills on time, cooking food at home, and really, being connected to some of those activities that are things that take care of yourself. And then on Shungite, get real with your truth. And this one says when to use it, when it's time to reclaim your energy from wherever it's been and whomever it's been with. All right, so definitely a reclamation of your energy, getting back to yourself. That message has been coming out recently. Getting grounded, moving past kind of whatever this bullshit may be or have been. Yeah, from Four of Pentacles to Six of Wands. So like I said, you could have been feeling really stuck, but it's time to get more into your stability, your foundation, just like that card said. And then with the Six of Wands, right, there's people around her celebrating her. And this is about success. Tapping more into your own fire energy. There are dragons on her dress. So kind of being your own dragon, your own warrior. Again, really tuning into yourself. Again, tapping into kind of your own fire energy, but in a positive way. Not really playing into the fighting and the drama and that sort of thing. Right, and doing things in a really positive way where you can celebrate yourself and even other people can celebrate you. All right, and then last but not least, I'll pick this up, and Backstabbed came out. So like I said, someone is kind of throwing daggers. Falling in love. So I don't know if this pertains to you or not. With, the Tower and the Sun. So this could have been a shock or a surprise, or maybe somebody does come in and that really stirs things up, and just has you, again, surprised in a really good way. For others, again, this could be a tower for them, where, again, maybe this is, again, some jealousy or some issue for some reason, with whatever the situation might be. But with the Sun, right, this is really positive. So for you, this is a good tower. It's a good surprise. You might not see this coming. You might not even be looking for it. Or maybe the person that it is surprises you. Like we said at the beginning, under celebration and merriment, right? There could be somebody sharing their true feelings and offering you, right, a new opportunity. Maybe it's love. And this is 10 of Cups, ultimate happiness. The Sun, the most positive card in the deck. So really beautiful energy there. Like I said, although there's all this drama and kind of, just nastiness that's been going on, but things are turning around. And the Moon Mantra card that came out, I am grateful for all that is unfolding in my life and all that is yet to come. So maybe this is a mantra that you can repeat, especially if this love energy hasn't shown up yet and you might be kind of in the midst or getting out of this negativity and drama energy. So just putting out those positive vibes, because, right, that person is already here. So it's just aligning so, right, you two can connect. All right, let's see what we got out of Archangel Michael, energy healing work. So again, getting more grounded, more stable. For some of you, there could be some energy healing that would be helpful to do, especially if you have been bombarded with negativity or a little bit of hateful energy. So that can really help clear some of that. Again, get you more in touch with your physicality and connect you more to positive energy, blessings, all those good things that you want in your life. All let's get a spirit animal. Before we close this out, decent amount of major arcana here. High Priestess, Temperance, the Tower, Strength, the Sun. All right, let's see what we get out of this. What is this deck called? Voices of the Wild Oracle cards. So we'll get a spirit animal. Got blackbirds and bluebirds, doves, black cats and tabby cats, horned animals. Okay. One more shuffle here. All right, cutting the deck with Abundance, the bison. Like I said, with that Ten of Cups, there is this emotional abundance and fulfillment. So whatever this new opportunity or offer that's coming in is going to bring about that abundance. Well, we got Strength again, the elk. All right, so double strength coming out. Oh, what a beautiful image on this card. I love the antlers and the glow of the elk. Right, but definitely stay strong in your own energy, in your knowing, in your truth, regardless of maybe what's been said or gossiped or has been thrown at you. Right, again, you know who you are, regardless of if other people aren't either giving you the respect that you deserve or treating you in the way that you deserve to be treated. And coming out stronger because of whatever this is, right? Of course, none of us like to go through these sorts of situations, but this really is going to strengthen your foundation and your connection with yourself. And once you're able to do that, right, that also can only improve relationships going forward, can only strengthen, right, that love energy that's coming towards you. All right, wow. Intense, but like moving towards the positive. So very super interesting reading. I hope this love energy is on its way for you and that you are feeling strong and finding ways to kind of ground yourself and connect with your own awesome energy. All right, so that is what we've got for this reading. Thanks again so much for being here, for sharing your energy, liking, commenting, all those good things. I appreciate it. And until next time. Peace.